Welcome to Hidden Empires, the channel that uncovers the untold stories of self-made billionaires. From toy sellers to tech visionaries, from forgotten failures to global empires, we reveal the strategies, risks, and turning points that built fortunes.
Welcome to the series where we profile the greatest wealth creators of our times. Rakesh Gangwal, he built the largest airline in India. Let's get into it. Rakesh Gangwal studied engineering at IIT Kanpur and later earned an MBA from Wharton. He rose through the airline industry ranks at United and US Airways, becoming known for operational efficiency, and then in 2006 he did the unthinkable. He went to India and co-founded IndiGo, an airline that was destined to lose money. You see, India was a market notorious for destroying airlines. For every airline that succeeded, 2 or 3 failed. So when Gangwal launched IndiGo, all the headlines read, "Another airline? Who does he think he is?" It was a market dominated by established players like Jet Airways and Air India. And these guys were not profitable. Gangwal's skeptics said he would go bankrupt in 2 years. In fact, they gave him less than that. So this is the story of how he defied the odds, built the biggest airline in India, and along the way created one of the most dependable brands in the world. Rakesh had a plan to turn things around, and his plan was simple. It had 3 parts. 1, he would keep a tight ship. 2, he would focus on fundamentals. And 3, he would wait for his time to shine. This meant making ruthless decisions, like instead of buying used planes from Europe and the US, he decided to bulk order brand new ones directly from Airbus. Instead of chasing flashy routes and airports, he focused on building punctuality and dependability. And instead of letting the flashy guys take all the oxygen in the room, he operated in the background. For instance, while other airlines were busy trying to fly to every international destination, IndiGo focused on connecting small towns and cities in India. That too with unbelievable speed and frequency. By 2011, IndiGo became the fastest growing airline in the world, adding a plane every month for 3 consecutive years. Soon enough, passengers started taking notice. They saw how IndiGo planes were always on time, how their bags were actually on time, and how their flights were surprisingly affordable. To add to that, IndiGo kept increasing frequencies on popular routes, giving travelers more options to choose from. Pretty soon, people started choosing IndiGo over other airlines because they knew they could count on them. And this brings us to part 2 of the episode, the compounding phase. As more and more passengers started choosing IndiGo, the airline's revenues and profits started shooting up. In fact, between 2014 and 2020, IndiGo's revenues compounded at 17% annually, but the best part was its profitability. While most airlines barely managed to break even, IndiGo has been consistently profitable for 7 straight years now. Some quarters, the margins are as high as 15%, which is unheard of in the airline business. Now, you might be wondering why IndiGo has been able to stay profitable for so long, and the answer lies in their continued focus on fundamentals. For example, compared to other airlines that fly 150 to 200 planes, IndiGo flies 15 planes. That means it gets better utilization out of its planes and crew. Also, IndiGo has a simple business model. Unlike other airlines that offer multiple classes of service and fancy add-ons, IndiGo just offers one low fare and that's it. No frills, just thrills. And finally, IndiGo has a rock-solid balance sheet. It has 0 debt and a cash stockpile of $2 billion. Basically, IndiGo is the Warren Buffett of airlines. While others swing wildly to chase fat profits, IndiGo sticks to knitting and has built a great business. And this brings us to part 3 of the episode, the payoff. Today, Rakesh owns about 38% of IndiGo through various entities. And since IndiGo is currently valued at $7.6 billion, Rakesh's stake is worth close to $8 billion. Now, do you know how much money Rakesh has invested in IndiGo till date? Less than $1 billion. That's right, he's invested less than $1 billion, and in return, he has created close to $8 billion of wealth. Just imagine the returns on his investment. It must be close to 800%. I mean, is it even possible to invest in a business and get such high returns? Well, yes, it is, and Rakesh's story proves it. Look, there's a lesson for all of us in today's episode. The market doesn't always reward the loudest players. Sometimes it rewards the most dependable ones. Being dependable may sound like a boring strategy, but it works, especially in the long run. The secret, however, lies in starting with a solid foundation, focusing on fundamentals and relentlessly compounding them over time. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe, like, and comment so others might find and enjoy these videos. Go to description below for more resources and information. Thanks for your time.